is Russia trying to sabotage wind farms and communication cables in the North Sea? That's the allegation following an investigation by journalists in Denmark, Norway, Sweden and Finland. It says Russia has a fleet of vessels disguised as fishing trawlers in the North Sea. They are allegedly carrying out underwater surveillance equipment and mapping key sites for possible sabotage. Well, let's start by listening to the spokesperson of the Danish intelligence service.
Mit navn er Anders Henriksen, og jeg er chef for PET's indsats mod spionage i Danmark. Det vi ser i PET, og det vi har set historisk, det er, at Rusland udøver spionageaktiviteter i Danmark. De udøver det, vi kalder efterretningsaktiviteter. Og det gør Rusland primært for at forbedre deres udenrigs- og sikkerhedspolitiske handlerum og manøvrerum hjemme i Moskva. Så der er simpelthen oplysninger i Danmark, i det politiske system, i centraladministrationen, også hos danske virksomheder, som russerne spionerer mod, simpelthen fordi de skal bruge oplysninger hjemme i Moskva.
Well, this story broke just days before Belgium is to host a North Sea summit with a number of European leaders attending. Covering all of this is our correspondent Dave Keating, who's in Brussels. He joins me now. Dave, first of all, what do we know has happened in the North Sea involving these Russian vessels?
Well, this new information from the Nordic documentary really tracks what ministers here in Belgium and the Netherlands have been saying, that they have been able to locate Russian ships pretending to either be scientific vessels or fishing vessels that are actually conducting espionage, and that these ships seem to be particularly targeting wind turbines in the North Sea. So in February, the Belgian foreign minister said that yes, indeed, they have identified this phenomenon and that they are looking at both wind turbines and gas pipelines. And that's precisely what's alleged in the documentary, which is going to be aired tonight, that is taking place both in the Baltic Sea and the North Sea. And they've identified actually a specific vessel in this documentary that they've tracked stopping and hanging around various wind farms in the North Sea. And that vessel, actually, when a journalist approached that vessel, somebody came up to the edge of the ship wearing a full face mask and carrying a machine gun, which doesn't seem very fitting with the boat's supposed purpose, which is that it's a scientific vessel investigating undersea cables. Now, there's going to be this North Sea summit happening here in Belgium on Monday. That's happening in the coastal town of Ostend. It's going to bring together the prime ministers and presidents of North Sea and North Sea adjacent countries. So President Macron will be there, Dutch Prime Minister Mark Rutte, and possibly British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak. They're going to be talking about various North Sea issues, but this issue of the security of the pipelines and the wind farms is going to be crucial here, and this new information that's coming out this week will certainly be discussed.
That's not the only thing, though, that the leaders are expected to discuss at that summit, Dave. What else can we expect then?
Yeah, this is actually the second edition of this North Sea Summit format. The first one was held in Denmark last May, just shortly after the Russian war broke out. That one was also very much focused on security, and particularly the security of undersea infrastructure. At that time, it was just four countries, the four EU countries bordering the Nordic Sea, so Belgium, Netherlands, Denmark, and Germany. This time around, we've got four more. We've got two EU countries bordering, two non-EU countries bordering the North Sea, which is the UK and Norway, and then we have France and Ireland, who aren't technically bordering the North Sea, but are pretty close. And they're going to be talking a lot about wind energy. They want to quadruple their wind energy output by 2050, producing the equivalent of what could power 150 million homes per year. So that will be very much focused on wind energy and the opportunities there.